Okay, good evening. A couple takeaways from the Libertarian Party convention. Obviously, I wasn't there because I live in Germany, but I followed some of the videos. RFK Jr. gave a speech. It was okay. He talked about the Bill of Rights and the Founding Fathers, but it was all platitudes. He didn't really delve into anything substantive. Vivek Ramaswamy spoke Friday night. I gotta say, the guy was on fire. He got heckled a little bit, but he really made a lot of good points. He's one to watch for possibly being in a cabinet position, an ambassadorship, or maybe being the press spokesperson or the chief of staff if Trump should win in November. Trump spoke Saturday night, and he made a lot of relevant points. He got booed. A lot of people acted like petulant children, but nevertheless, he kind of threw it out there. I think it was kind of a boss move on his part. I wasn't too sure how that would go at first, but the Libertarian Party invited him to speak there. I think he took advantage of it. There will be very few Trump supporters who are inclined to take a look at the Libertarian Party, but there's a lot of people in the Libertarian Party who might secretly vote for Trump. They're not going to put stickers on their car. They're not going to put flags in their yard. They're not going to even tell their friends at work that, hey, you should vote for Trump. But they're probably just going to go into the voting booth and secretly vote for him. The Libertarians ended up nominating Chase Oliver, who's a fine young man, to be their presidential nominee. And they chose Mike Termott as the running mate. Now, I actually interviewed him on somebody else's YouTube channel as a guest host, and he's a pretty squared away guy. He's got a lot going on. But if the Libertarian Party candidates are not in the debates, it's almost a fool's errand. There is some crossover between libertarians and conservatives and libertarians and Republicans. And there's a little tiny bit of crossover between libertarians and Democrats. But I think that if the poll numbers go down much more for Biden, they're probably going to find a way to replace him and Kamala when they have the Democrat convention in Chicago in August. Anything is possible right now. I don't know, but a lot of independent voters are really weighing their options, and I'm an independent myself. I'm libertarian in many ways, but I'm not a card-carrying member. I think a lot of people are really put off by the idea of having an open border, especially when they look at what's happening in Europe. And even in the United States, we have a problem where they're getting millions and millions of people coming in, and it's like our infrastructure and social services are already overstressed now. These are things that are going to be important in the upcoming campaign. I think that a totally open borders policy is ridiculous and stupid, but we can't have Fortress America with no immigration either. There has to be a way that cooler heads can prevail and we can come up with a rational policy. I'm not sure how that's going to work. But I did find it really sad that people, libertarians pride themselves on believing in free speech, and a lot of them are trying to shout down Donald Trump. If the party invites him to speak, he should be extended the same courtesy as anybody else. They didn't really boo much during RFK's speech. And from what I understand, Biden was invited and turned it down. But we live in interesting times. The next 5 or 6 months are going to be really, really really interesting. But I'm just one guy. What do I know?